Want to speak real English from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at EnglishClass101.com.
Do you like American food? The first question is, do you like American food? You will probably be asked this question. Do you like American food? You can either say yes or no, or you can give a specific example. Someone says, do you like American food? Yes, I love Philly cheesesteaks. I would recommend saying yes or a little, or you can just say, I don't know. What do you recommend? Have you been to the United States? The next question is, have you been to the United States? Have you been to the United States? So if someone asks you, have you been to the United States? You should reply with either, yes, I have, or no, I haven't. Or maybe, no, I haven't yet, but I want to. When you want to ask someone this question, you can say, have you been to Japan? Have you been to Egypt? Have you been to China? Whatever. You can use your own country when you ask this question. How are you? How are you? When someone asks, how are you? Don't say, I'm fine, thank you, and you? Please don't say that. Please say something more natural, like, good, great, I'm good, how are you? Something like that is much better than, I'm fine, thank you, and you. Be a little more genuine in your reply. Also, when you ask this question, maybe one point to help you sound a little more natural when you ask someone else. Don't, try to say, how are you? How are you? Instead of, how are you? Or, and make sure your intonation is correct. I've had a few people ask me, how are you? Like a little too, like, yeah, with this question, or like, how are you? But how are you should be the intonation with this. How are you? How are you? Is a little bit more natural. How long have you been studying English? How long have you been studying English? How long have you been studying English? Great question to know the answer to. Your answer should be, I have been studying English for blah, blah, blah years, or blah, blah, blah months, or blah, blah, blah weeks. But if that's too much for you, you can just use the time. How long have you been studying English? 6 years. How long have you been studying English? 2 months. So just pick the time if the whole sentence is quite long for you. How old are you? We don't really go around asking people how old they are, like just the first time you meet them necessarily, especially if they're older, much older than you. In particular, it's sometimes considered rude to ask, especially women, how old they are. So just be careful with this question. But if you're about the same age group, maybe you're at an event or a party or something and you just want to check how old the other person is, you can use this phrase. When you reply to this, just say, I'm plus the number, to make a really simple response. So how old are you? I'm 15. How old are you? I'm 42. Whatever the answer is, just stick I'm in front of it. Not I, but I'm. I am. But use the contracted form to sound more natural. I'm number. If you want to make a full sentence, you can say I'm number years old. Don't forget that S in years. I'm 1,000,000 years old. What did you say? What did you say? If you couldn't quite hear something that someone else said, you can use this question to confirm. Sorry, what did you say? It's a little nicer than just saying, what? What did you say? Or what did you just say? Sorry, what did you say? I couldn't hear you. What's this? What's this when you don't know what something is? What's this? When you're out for dinner, you're out for lunch or something and you find a new food, you're curious, just say, what's this? To reply to this question, just say, it's blah, blah, blah. What's your name? What's your name? Of course, you should know how to ask this question and how to answer this question. What's your name is a little more natural than what is your name. Again, contracted form will help you sound much more natural. So what's your name? Someone asks you, you can just give your name. Alicia. That's fine. You can say Alicia. You can say I'm Alicia. That's fine too. You can say my name is, or my name's Alicia. Either, any of those are fine. In a more formal situation, a business situation, I would use my name is blah, 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 while I shake hands or something. What's your phone number? The next one is, what's your phone number? I would not ask this question right away. Like maybe you've met the person a few times, but you'd like to contact them, whether it's because you're romantically interested in them or because you want to be better friends with them. But just, if you meet someone for the first time and you're like, what's your phone number? It's like a little... It's a little too much. So use this question after you've met the person a few times and you want to become better friends. When you want to give your phone number, just say it's and the number. That's fine. Just it's blah, blah, blah. Or my phone number is blah, blah, blah with the number 555-1,000,526. When is your birthday? So maybe you want to plan a birthday party, for example, or it's just another fun question the first time you meet someone. When is your birthday? So when you want to tell someone your birthday, just give the month and the date. January 15th, August 42nd. That's a real day. If you want to make a full sentence, you can say my birthday is, month, date. Where are you from? The next question is where are you from? This can refer to your country or your city, but I feel like most often it refers to your country. So where are you from? Your answer should be I'm from place. I'm from China. I'm from Japan. I'm from Vietnam. I'm from America. Whatever. I'm from bleh. Where did you learn English? The next question is, where did you learn English? Where did you learn English? If you're speaking great English, you can say, I learned English at EnglishClass101.com. Because you did, because you're watching now. Anyway, where did you learn English? In this case, in the case of like these videos, I learned English online, or I learned English from, and then the school name or the program name. So I learned English from EnglishClass101.com, for example. If you studied English at university, you can say, I learned English at university. Or I learned English from my friends, perhaps. Where do you live? Where do you live? Depending on the situation where you're asked this can mean your country, like I live in America, I live in China. Sometimes it's about the place in the city where you live, sometimes it's about the country where you live. So you can kind of feel, I think, which type of question is being asked. Where do you work? Where do you work is talking about your job. You can use the pattern, I work at company name, or I work for company name. Either is fine. I work at ABC Company. I work for ABC Company. Either is okay. But, you know, if you have answered with the wrong information, the other person will just ask you, like, oh, I mean, where is your office? Or, oh, I mean, which company do you work for? Use the force for this one. Where is the bathroom? Where is the bathroom? Very important question. Where is the bathroom? In American English, where is the bathroom or where is the restroom is more common than where is the toilet. Using the word toilet is a little bit too direct in American English, so I recommend bathroom or restroom. You win. You win. If you hear the phrase you win, it means you have won something. You are probably going to receive something for free. Woo! That's a very happy thing, right? You want to get free things. Congratulations! You win a car! Yay! Here are the keys to your new car. Great, thank you! I brought you something special. This is exciting to hear because it means this little something special is like, oh, I thought only of you, so I brought you this. I brought you something special. Really? Thank you. I miss you. I miss you. I miss you is nice. You can use this with your friends, your family members, your partner, whoever. I miss you shows that you want to meet the other person. Probably you haven't seen them as much as you would like to, so you can say, I miss you. I miss you. Call your husband or wife or boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever on the phone. Maybe you haven't seen them for a long time. You can say, I miss you. I miss you too. Take a break. I'll do the cleaning today. Take a break. I'll do the cleaning today. This means someone else is going to clean up your house for you or clean up something for you. I would be very happy to hear this phrase right now because my apartment is a disaster because I'm only there to sleep. So maybe you've had a long day at work or a long day doing something. You come home and somebody else has offered to do this for you. So take a break. I'll do the cleaning today. And you can reply, really? Thank you so much. I'm gonna relax. The budget is unlimited. The next phrase that you always want to hear is the budget is unlimited. The budget is unlimited. This could be at work. This could be a budget, a personal budget maybe, but it just means there's no limit to the budget. You can spend as much money as you want. Woohoo! Very exciting. So let's see, in a business context, perhaps you have this new client who's going to give you a lot of money to build a new house or something. Maybe you're building houses. That's your project. Your boss comes to you. The budget for this project is unlimited. Really? Let's go crazy. Dun, dun, dun. There'll be a bonus at the end of the month. Yeah, this is a phrase that you probably are very excited to hear. It means you are going to receive extra money from your job at the end of the month. Woohoo! Very exciting, extra money. Maybe you'll hear this from your boss or your manager, or maybe your coworker at work, or maybe you see it in an email. There'll be a bonus at the end of the month. Really? I'm going to use mine to buy a new car. Really? I'm going to use mine to go out on a date. Really? I'm going to use mine to get a new fish. You did a great job. You did a great job. You did a great job is something you'll probably hear from, well, I don't know, you could hear this from pretty much anybody. Anytime you've done a good job, someone will congratulate you or tell you their opinion with this phrase. You did a great job. You finished a project at work and your boss says, you did a great job. Nice. Thank you so much. It was really fun. Or thank you. Just say thank you. You look great today. You look great today. The other person thinks that your physical appearance is nice today. Don't think about the today part, you know, just take the compliment. Be like, oh, really? Thank you so much. You look great today. Oh, thank you so much. I got a new haircut. Thank you so much. I got enough sleep. Yeah. You were right. You were right. This means that something that you said in the past was correct. And everybody likes to be correct, I think. I saw that movie that you recommended. You were right. It was really good. Oh, good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Don't be like, I know, or yeah, I knew I was right. Don't do that. Just say, oh, good. I'm glad. You're an excellent cook. You're an excellent cook. This is a nice compliment, especially for someone who enjoys cooking. If you say, you're an excellent cook, it means you enjoyed their food. So let's see. At a dinner party, for example, you're an excellent cook. This food is delicious. Oh, thank you so much. I'm really glad you enjoyed it.
Do you have any recommendations? The first phrase is, do you have any recommendations? This is great to use when you get to a restaurant where you don't know what the food is, you don't know anything about the local cuisine, or you're just feeling a little bit adventurous. You can ask the waitstaff, do you have any recommendations? How much is this? How much is this? This is useful when you're out shopping or when you're in a restaurant and the price is not clearly marked or something is not clear to you. So you can ask, how much is this? Usually when you point to something, I would recommend like pointing to the menu or pointing to an item. How much is this? I'd like this. You can point to something and say, I'd like this. If you want to say, I'd like one, for example, I don't know, you're getting beer. I'd like one of these. If, however, you're in a situation where you can't point, you can say, I'd like 10 of the blah, blah, blah. I'd like 10 of the blue t-shirts, please. Can I try this on? Is useful when you're shopping for clothes. So you find something that you'd like to try, just ask the staff, can I try this on? You can just say, I want to try this on, if you like. Do you speak English? You might get asked this phrase. So you should say, if you're watching this video, you should probably say yes, or you can say yes, a little, if you're not feeling very confident. If you're watching this video and you're understanding this part and you say no, then that's a little strange. So, I have a reservation. Usually the staff will greet you and you can say, I have a reservation. Hello, I have a reservation. It's at 7 o'clock. The name is Alicia. Usually we say the name is, or it's under, meaning the reservation is under my name, or it's for name, or it's in name. Water, please. Depending on which country you're from, water may or may not automatically be brought to your table when you're at a restaurant. If you would like more water, however, you can say, water, please. To make it a little more polite, I would wave at the waitstaff and say, could I please have some more water? Do you take credit cards? Do you take credit cards? In case you're not sure if the shop that you're in will accept credit cards or debit cards, you can ask them, do you take credit cards? So it doesn't mean, do you take, meaning, are you going to take my card? But this take means, do you accept credit cards? This isn't what I ordered. So if you're at a restaurant, you order steak and you get lobster instead. You can look at it and go, ah, this isn't what I ordered. Be careful though. Say this politely. If you look at the waitstaff and you say, this isn't what I ordered, they're gonna be like, I don't know, just be a nice customer. Excuse me, but I don't think this is what I ordered, or this isn't what I ordered. Can you please check? Could we have the menu, please? If for some reason you don't receive a menu when you come to the table, you can, again, just wave at a member of the staff and say, could we have the menu, please? Could you give me a discount? Could you give me a discount means I would like a cheaper price, essentially. So it depends on which country you're in. If haggling or bargaining, meaning talking to the seller to try to reduce the price. My family didn't bargain, we didn't haggle, so I don't haggle. It depends on you and your culture, but just be aware of the culture that you're in and the place that you're in before you ask this question. Do you have any vegetarian dishes? Ah, this is useful. Some people have specific eating requirements or eating needs, maybe food allergies, for example, you can replace vegetarian with the specific dietary requirement that you have. Do you have any vegan dishes? Do you have any gluten-free dishes? Do you have any low-fat dishes? Do you have any low-carb dishes? Do you have any fish-free dishes? Do you have any... Could you take a picture of me, please? If you are in a location where you would like to take a picture, but you don't want to do a selfie, or you don't have a selfie stick, or whatever, you want someone else to take a picture of you, a stranger that you don't know, you can ask them, could you take a picture of me, please? Or, excuse me, would you mind taking a picture of me, please? I'm allergic to blah, blah, blah. If you have a food allergy or even an allergy to a medicine, this is the phrase you can use to explain that. I'm allergic to wheat, or I can't eat wheat, for example. Is the Wi-Fi free? Meaning, can I use the Wi-Fi free of charge? Keep in mind, some places have a password that you have to ask the staff for. So you can say, is the Wi-Fi free? If they say yes, you can then follow that up with, can I have the password? I'd like to have a non-smoking seat, please. So when you go to a restaurant, you have an option between smoking and non-smoking sections. The staff will say smoking or non-smoking. You can say, I'd like to have a non-smoking seat, please. Quite honestly though, the most natural response is just to say non-smoking. Could I get a map? Maybe it's a map of the subway system for the city that you're in, or maybe it's a map of the area around your hotel. You could say, could I have a map as well? Could I have the check? You're finished at your cafe, you're finished at the restaurant, and it's time to leave, it's time to pay. So you say to the waitstaff, excuse me, could I have the check? Another more common expression perhaps is, excuse me, check please. You might also hear bill. Excuse me, can I have the bill? Where is the bathroom? Very important question. If you're traveling in America, we don't really use the word toilet or washroom very much. We use bathroom or restroom to talk about toilet facilities. Excuse me, can you tell me where the bathroom is? Or excuse me, I'm looking for the bathroom, or I'm looking for the restroom. Is this the train for blah, blah, blah? Or is this the train that goes to blah, blah, blah? To confirm with someone that I'm indeed on the correct train line. If I say, is this the train bound for San Francisco? You can use that to check if you're correct.
Would you like to go out to dinner with me? Okay, the first phrase is, would you like to go out to dinner with me? This is a pretty typical invitation, I think. You can use, would you go out for lunch with me is okay too, or would you like to get a coffee with me as well. If you invite someone out for breakfast, it's a little weird. I feel like, I don't think I would say to someone like, I'm like at a bar, I'm like, would you like to go out for breakfast sometime? It's just not really something you would say, you know. Would you like to go out to dinner with me? Sure, sounds great. Are you free this weekend? Are you free this weekend? Are you free? Free means is your schedule free? Do you have an open schedule this weekend? Very nice, very casual as well. So, are you free this weekend? Yeah, I've got some time. What's up? Would you like to hang out with me? The next phrase is, would you like to hang out with me? That sounds a little too formal to me. If it were me, I would just say, do you want to hang out? Do you want to get together? That's a little bit more natural. So, do you want to hang out this weekend? Yeah, sure, let's catch a movie. You're so cute. I'm going to preface this by saying I don't say this, okay? The next phrase is, you're so cute. I never say this. Maybe I'm just cold. It's typically said with downward intonation. People say, you're so cute, kind of going down like that. You can also use this as a compliment. Like parents will say this, or grandparents will say this to children in the family. So, you're so cute. Thank you, I suppose is what you say. You look great. Next one is a much better compliment, I think, much more sincere. It is, you look great. You look great. Maybe you're going out for dinner, something nice. Your partner looks really nice. You can say, you look great. Oh, thank you. I had a great time. The next one is, I had a great time. I had a great time. So this is an expression you use after your date. You go out for dinner, you spend some time together, and you have fun. You can say, I had a great time. So the interaction might be, thanks so much for tonight. I had a great time. Me too. Let's get together again soon. I'll call you. The next expression is I'll call you. I'll call you. So again, probably used after the date to show how you want to keep in touch later. So one person might say, I'll call you. Sounds good. I'll drive you home. The next one, again, used at the end of the date, after the date has finished, I'll drive you home. So maybe you live someplace where cars are the normal, or you drive for your dates. So you can say, I'll drive you home, meaning I'll take you home in my car. So in the situation, maybe I'll drive you home. Okay, thanks very much. I don't know why I keep looking up. My date is very tall, like super tall, like 8 feet. Okay. Can I see you again? Okay, the next expression, again, after the date, or maybe even like the day or two after the date, you can say, can I see you again? Or I want to see you again, or let's get together again, meaning you had a nice time, you want to see that person again. So you can say, can I see you again? Sure, that would be great. Shall we go somewhere else? The next one, okay, so maybe you've gone for dinner, for example, with someone, and you want to suggest a different location, like let's go for a drink after dinner. You can say, should we go somewhere else? This says, shall we go somewhere else? I would say, do you want to go somewhere else? In this situation, I say, shall we go somewhere else? I don't think so. I'm kind of tired. Oh. Oh no.
Want to speak real English from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at EnglishClass101.com.
Call the police, please. If you are telling someone to call the police, it means you are telling someone to dial 911 to call the police. Or maybe there's police nearby and you tell someone, hey, call the police. The police are there to help you in any situation that you might need them. Maybe you're lost. Maybe you lost your purse or your wallet. Maybe you've been in a car accident. The police will help you. So if you tell someone, call the police, please, it means you need them to get the police for you. Do you have a fever? Do you have a fever? If you are asking someone if they have a fever, you are asking them if their temperature is higher than is normal or safe. If someone has a fever, that may mean they have an underlying condition that needs medical attention. A fever may be a symptom of something much more serious. It's something you should always take seriously. So if someone has a fever, you may want to take that person to the hospital. I lost my passport. I lost my passport. If you have lost your passport, it means you have lost the official document with all of your information that enables you to travel between countries. If you are in a foreign country and you lose your passport, that's a very serious thing because you may be stuck in that country. If you're not able to present a passport at the airport, you may not be able to go back home or go to another country. So if you lose your passport, you may need to call your embassy to get a replacement. What I like to do when I travel is I take photocopies of my passport. So instead of carrying around my physical passport, instead I just carry around copies of it so that my passport can stay at the hotel in some safe place. I think I ate something bad. I think I ate something bad. If you think you ate something bad, it may mean that you feel sick after eating it. You may have some form of food poisoning. If you think you ate something bad, you're going to want to watch your symptoms because if they last for a few days, you're going to want to go to the hospital. I think I ate something bad. I need a doctor. I need a doctor. If you say I need a doctor, it means you need medical assistance, medical attention. You may be very sick. You may have eaten something bad. You may just feel sick in general. You may have a fever. If you say, I need a doctor, it means you want to be taken to a hospital or you want a doctor called to you because you're really sick or not feeling well. I can't find the way back to my hotel. I can't find the way back to my hotel. If you tell someone, I can't find the way back to my hotel, It means you're lost. It means you want to go back to your hotel, but you don't remember the streets you took. You don't remember where it is. This is a common thing that happens in other countries, in other cities. If you have the address, you can ask just about anyone, "How do I get back to my hotel? Could you please give me the directions to get back to where I need to go? Is there a pharmacy nearby? Is there a pharmacy nearby?" A pharmacy is a place that has medicine, over-the-counter and prescription drugs. If you're in another city, it's always smart to know where the pharmacies are in case you might need anything. Asking, "Is there a pharmacy nearby?" You are asking where the nearest pharmacy is in case you need to go and buy medicine, shampoo, conditioner, toothpaste, vitamins, allergy pills. Doesn't matter, a pharmacy will probably have it. Can you help me? Can you help me? Can you help me is a very, very useful phrase. Knowing how to ask for help is extremely important. If you ask, "Can you help me?" it lets other people know that you are in need of assistance, of whatever kind. Asking for help is the first question. "Can you help me?" And another person will say, "Sure, what do you need?" And from there, that's when you explain the problem you're experiencing. I am lost. I am lost. If you say, "I am lost," it means you don't know where you are. You can't find your way. You don't recognize anything around you. You don't know how to get back to wherever you need to be. To say, "I am lost," lets people know that they need to give you directions, that they can open up a map for you and show you where you are. "I am lost" is a very useful phrase, especially for people like me. I get lost all the time. I have a terrible sense of direction. So to tell someone, "I am lost," it welcomes their help in getting you back to safety, to wherever you need to be. I need an ambulance. I need an ambulance. An ambulance is an emergency vehicle, and its purpose is to get to a sick person and take them to the hospital. To say "I need an ambulance" means it's a medical emergency, and you need that emergency vehicle to come and get you.
Be careful. The first phrase is be careful. Be careful. Anytime your parent sees you doing something slightly dangerous, they will say be careful. My dad still tells me when he sees me using a kitchen knife, "Be careful, don't cut yourself." Be quiet. The next phrase is be quiet. So kids are notoriously noisy. Notorious means are known for. Kids are very noisy. So parents often tell children to be quiet. My mother would often tell my brother and I to be quiet when we were playing. Behave. The next expression is behave. Behave. So to behave means to be good, to be correct, to be proper. So, but behave, this is the command form of the verb. So this means that you, or whoever is on the receiving end of this expression, is not behaving properly. So parents will say, behave if you're being too noisy at a dinner party. My mother told me to behave because I was running around at the formal dinner. Do your homework. The next expression is do your homework. Oh, I still need someone to say this to me periodically. Please, Mom. Do your homework. Again, the command form of something. Your child, the child in question, is not doing his or her homework, so mother or father will say, do your homework. It's time. You need to. It's your responsibility. So let's see. When I had been playing video games for too long in my childhood, my grandmother would come in the door, would open the door and say to me, Alicia, do your homework. That is true. Go to bed. The next expression is go to bed. Go to bed. The kid is up too late. In my case, I was always up late reading books. I would be like under the covers reading books. My parents would find me and go to bed. And my defense was always, I'm in bed. I was a turkey. Like, I'm in bed, I'm reading. The child is supposed to be sleeping. He or she is not sleeping. The parent says, go to bed. I'm going to count to 3. This is a classic. The expression, I'm going to count to 3. This is a terror-inducing mechanism. This is a way to make kids feel afraid of something that's going to happen, but rarely does, I feel.
When a child is doing something bad, the parent will say, I'm going to count to 3. And they'll just slowly say 1, 2, and usually they don't get to 3 because they tell the child, like, they have 3 seconds to stop whatever bad behavior he or she is doing. So usually the parent only has to say 1 in that tone of voice, and maybe 2, and then the child will stop. What happens at 3 is up to the parent, really. I think in most cases the parent just like takes the toy, or the parent will like stop the car, do something to like strike fear into the misbehaving child. I was being too noisy at home and my mother told me she was going to count to 3. Stop. The next word is stop. Stop. You can use this anytime someone is doing a thing that you do not want them to do. Stop. So children, being noisy, misbehaving, being kids, you can just say stop. And depending on your tone of voice, this can be a strong word or a not so strong word. So experiment. You can say stop or stop that. It sounds kind of soft, but if you just say like stop and like really like angry, like you might make a child cry. So be careful. You can make this word very strong. In a sentence, I told my brother to stop poking me in the car in the back seat. What's up, James? What did you say? What did you say? Oh, this is a good one. So when the child has said something bad to the parent can go, what did you say? Like, it's like a dare, like, say it again. I dare you to say it again. It's a challenge from the parent. And the kid knows he or she is in trouble. It's a good one. So if you say, like, Dad says your new haircut is stupid. Sorry, Dad. I know you would. Now I'm speaking to my dad. Hi, Dad. Hi, Mom. I've said hi to everybody in my family today. I hate you, Mom. That's probably a more common one. So I hate you, Mom, or I hate you, Dad. And then the parent says, what did you say? What did I just say? What did I just say? So the parent gives a command. The parent says, do something. Do your homework. Clean your room. Something like that. The child doesn't do it. The parent, with the stronger voice this time, will say, what did I just say? So that's an expression that means, were you listening to me? And if you were listening to me, why aren't you doing the thing that I told you to do? So a bit of a scary one. Did you brush your teeth? Did you brush your teeth? Did you brush your teeth? A check-in phrase from the parent, maybe in the morning, maybe at night, to ask their child, did you brush your teeth? Just an important part of your hygiene for the day. Did you brush your teeth? I did. I brushed my teeth today. I'm a functioning adult.
A table for 3, please. A table for 3, please. You tell them the number of people that you are total so that the host can bring you to an appropriate table. A table for 2, please. A table for 5, please. Could I please see a menu? Could I please see a menu? Usually menus are given to you as soon as you sit down at your table. But if that's not the case and you need to ask, this is a polite way to do it. Could I please see a menu? I'd like to try this dish. I'd like to try this dish. When looking at a menu, hopefully you'll find something you want to eat. I'd like to try this dish. Could you leave out the onions? Could you leave out the onions? If there's an ingredient in the dish that you're ordering that you don't want, you can always ask the waiter if it could be prepared without that ingredient. So for example, I might say, could I get the burger but with no cheese? Could you pass the salt? Could you pass the salt? When you're at a restaurant, especially if you're at a big table with a lot of people, you might not always be able to reach things. So you would ask, could you pass me the salt? Could you pass me the ketchup? Could you pass me another napkin? Waiter! Waiter! A waiter is someone who takes your order and brings you food. In America and in many other Western countries, it's more polite to call a waiter to your table by simply saying, excuse me? Or if you see another waiter walking by, but it's not your waiter, you can always say, excuse me, if you see our waiter, could you please let them know to come to our table? Is there any dairy in this dish? Is there any dairy in this dish? This is something you would say if you have a dairy allergy, a dairy intolerance, or you just don't like dairy. You're asking the waiter about the ingredients in a particular dish. I do this all the time. Is there any cheese in this? No? Okay. And if there is an ingredient that you don't want, for example, onions, you could say, are there any onions in this? And the waiter might say yes. And if you don't want it, you could always request, could you leave out the onions? Could you prepare it without the onions, please? Can we get separate checks? Can we get separate checks? This is actually something that's very common, especially in America. If you might go out with a group of friends, or even if you're on a date, sometimes you might want to get separate checks, pay for your own things. That way, you can all pay separately just for what you yourself ordered, and you won't have to worry about owing each other money or calculating off a big, huge bill. Are there any specials today? Are there any specials today? A special at a restaurant is a dish that isn't usually on the menu. It's something that's special, but it's a special that the chef is offering that day or that week or that month. So sometimes if you don't see what the specials are, you'd ask your waiter, excuse me, are there any specials today? Could we have the bill, please? Could we have the bill, please? This is how you request that the check or the bill comes to your table. Could we get the check, please? Could we get the bill, please? You're asking this to your waiter, who will then bring you the check and you can pay.